Welcome back, everybody. Dungeons and Dragons. We got not that long, actually. We always do this. We go. It's our our third act is so long. We always go long on the third act. It's always like, long. Yeah, we've been playing for 25 minutes. Why don't we start a big fight?
So hilariously, this other package, I see
Just go get it
outside. So y'all will have to.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
We'll freeform RP till you get back. So, while Graveris is not paying attention, Ceralis walks up. So the displacer beasts are displaced. They flee into the woods.
Well, one of them flees.
One of them flees. The other two are displaced from their life. And Ceralis is just staring at the body of the one nearby and shaking his head. And he says, he's like, I've heard stories about these creatures, and he looks up at Oleander. He's like, but I've never seen one in real life before. Strange things.
Well, take a gander. It appears this forest is exactly as dangerous as you said it was.
He kind of he gets this smirk, and it's a sort of a grave smirk, not a haha, this is really funny, but he's like, I don't think this is the least of it. We just stumbled across some animals, strange animals, admittedly, but animals nonetheless, looking for food. I hope we reach Greenhall soon.
I checked the body.
Yeah.
By the body, I mean the one with the arrow in it over here.
Okay. Yeah, it's a human. He is dressed in simple homespun clothing and carries no weapons. Right, in his hands. There's a strung shortbow lying nearby, and a shabby longsword is sheathed at his hip. He's also wearing a satchel slung over his shoulder. The flap is buckled close. He wasn't robbed.
I'll check the contents of the satchel and dig through that.
Yeah. So Ceralis comes over and looks at him, and he shakes his head sort of sadly, and he says, this is one of the villagers. I don't know his name.
Well, one down.
How many were missing?
I think 10 left, something like that.
Okay. Does he have anything on him that can be used to identify him? No use carrying the entire body back.
Yeah, like a ring or something, or like a...
Yeah.
No, he does not. He is a simple peasant.
He has a head, right?
He does have a head. Yeah.
That could be.
Take his head off.
No. I'm not gonna mutilate the body.
Did we check out one of the arrows that's in him?
Are they pretty?
His bag. He does have some stuff in his bag. So
I love stuff.
Yeah, he's got some stuff. He's got 8 days of preserved rations. He has a single ruby worth 40 gold. And a crude map of the area, in addition to the equipment.
Oh, shit.
Well, the map's probably written in his handwriting, so we could probably be like, whoever made this, they're dead now. So here you go.
Yeah, Ceralis looks over the shoulder of whoever's looking at the map and just sort of clucks his tongue and shakes his head, and he says, that this map is useless.
Why is that?
Well, look, and he points at it, and he's like, none of this is in the right place. Whoever drew this is both unfamiliar with the forest and a terrible cartographer. I mean, no disrespect to the dead, but following this map it'd be a mistake.
Well, he died, so yes. Don't know whether it was the map that killed him.
Seems to be arrows that killed him, says Graveris, pulling
Indeed.
one out.
Yeah, 'twas the arrows what killed the man. So the arrows, they are elven arrows, no question. Finely crafted, made of local wood.
Artisanal local wood.
Well, the wood here, remember we were talking about before, the wood here has that kind of bluish, dark tint to it.
And I hand this to Oleander.
Can I just have them all? Can I just take arrows out of this person's body and use them later? Are they broken?
You can have 5 of them.
Yeah.
Half of them are retrievable.
Yeah.
Well, 10 arrows is entirely too many to fell a peasant such as this.
I agree. If they're such good shots, why did they need so many?
It seems
Perhaps
at
they
least.
have
I
not
mean, somebody
good
can.
shots.
You can, as a group, you can make an investigation check if you want to get a better look at the scene, like try to figure
I
out what
want
happened.
to.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
would
make
love
it.
to assist you.
I'm
on
gonna
that.
cast guidance on myself.
Speculations.
Okay.
So
Wow.
we get 20 plus 3. So 20.
Tonight on
Damn.
2020. What the fuck happened to this guy? Okay. All right. So you're all like kind of around the body, checking it out. Yeah. So the thing is, yeah, the first arrow probably would have killed him had there been like one at a time. He was shot like very quickly in close succession. Like 10 archers all
Yeah,
shot
just
him to
all.
death at once.
And he's shot in the back.
Yeah, the arrows all come from slightly different angles into his back, and then he fell on his face, and he was dead before he hit the ground.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, since we're done with this guy, I walk over to one of the dead displacer beasts.
Mhm.
I'm gonna skin that thing.
Okay.
I want a displacer beast pelt because that's badass.
So before, I guess while you do that, or you get set to do it, Cyrillus approaches you, and he and he says, he sees you like kneeling down to it, and he says, "Do you have any experience with these sorts of things? Skinning wild animals, I mean."
I'm not an expert. If you are, I invite you to get to work.
He shakes his head. He says, "I wanted no part of these things when they were alive, and I'll have no part of them when they're dead. But I can help you if that's what you want."
Many hands make light work.
Yeah, and he takes a like a skinning knife from his belt and holds it to you. Pommel first.
See, the funny thing is, in about 7.5 hours, he's gonna fall down dead.
Right, he
I
doesn't know
realized.
that, but yeah, he's
He's running on temp HP.
Yeah,
Oh shit! Yeah.
he's on borrowed time.
And so I think, yeah, Lane or Reverse will kind of like smirk at him and just say, nearly lost you there. As we're like gutting this thing.
You say that to him.
Yeah.
He yeah, I think he looks down at you and says, you don't see his face because you're working, and he says, and I have you to thank for that.
Not me, but a good friend of mine.
Well, sometimes it's nice to have good friends. You can tell this friend of yours when you see him next, I appreciate the effort.
I plan to never see him, nor let him see me. And you know the scene in Game of Thrones where the Lannister is like gutting the thing while talking to someone? Yeah, it's kind of like that. Like I'm just tearing into this thing. Yeah, and I'll say, like I said, I'm here to get the mission done. And if you're part of that, you're on my side and I help you. Nothing to worry about, all right? Can we have a little trust now?
He nods.
And then there's like this sickening sound of me like breaking this thing's neck to like move its head.
Yeah, he nods and he says, we can try.
Good.
And he gives you some more pointers or whatever. But make a let's say DC 12 survival check with advantage to skin the.
Cool.
Oh, you ace it.
Do it, no problem.
Damn. He's like, I don't even need you.
So while that's happening, it's gonna take a little while. Everybody else can take a short rest if they
I
want
would
to.
love to take a short rest.
Yeah, I would cast my 10-minute
Definitely.
spell that can heal the whole party, but I used all my second level spells. So I
I
can't.
will definitely take that short rest.
Okay.
So
Here's what'll happen. I'm gonna tell this to Andrew the player. So Cyrillus doesn't have any class levels. He's just a monster basically. So he doesn't have dice to roll. He can't take a short rest.
Yeah.
So when the spell runs out in 8 hours, this won't be during the short rest, but when it runs out, both his max and current HP will drop to 0 and he'll start dying. So there will be a point in the next 8 hours where he just falls on his face, unless somebody else heals him.
Can we
can
be
heal
like,
him.
yo, how are you? Like, you need some shit? Like,
What-
does he have a
but
healing
what I-
potion
no,
in
but
his
this is the
bag?
thing. This is the thing. No one who looks at him can tell that he's like going.
Well, he
that's
only
gonna
has
happen.
like what, like five?
He's got 5
like,
hit
less-
points. Yes.
Yeah, that's
So-
not a lot.
This is
I
the
heal
thing.
everyone anyway.
Yeah, this is the thing. So unless you have a spell that you're gonna cast,
So I'll heal him.
okay. Well, so Lane
It-
is
it-
gonna do it anyway, so you don't necessarily have to. But I just wanted to let you know that if Grivaris didn't say anything and nobody else chose to do it on their own,
Oh,
then
right.
yeah, he
so
just
that's-
would have
Drop
dropped it.
dead in 8 hours.
Yeah.
So this is on Gravaris, who knows that this would occur.
Yes. What
Yeah.
I wanted to know is if Grivaris would say
I would
anything,
be-
but it
I would
doesn't
be like,
matter.
yeah.
It doesn't matter because he's busy doing, he's busy doing something, and Lane is just like, bloop, I'm gonna take care of y'all.
Everybody gets 8 health back.
Okay.
8 health. Oh, well, I'm at full with 1 HP because I was fine and I'm awesome because I'm a fighter now. And that's way better.
Sorry,
All right, tough guy.
everybody takes 8 up to half of their full HP.
Yeah. That's fine. I'm gonna take away his 5 and give him 8, and we'll call it even.
Yeah, they can only heal you up to half. Of
Until
those.
we take a long rest, I only have 1 first level spell that I can.
Likewise.
I have none.
Except
Wow.
it's 0, yeah.
I'm with a short rest completely recovered. Guys, what's up with you?
Some of us fucking magic, Blue Jay.
Sorry, I'm really enjoying my new class. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll tell you what, you go fight everything and win all the fights. Fight.
Okay. No, I would probably die. It's fine.
And yeah, Grivaris, like, I don't need the short rest, so I'm not going to take it. I just stand watch the whole time because I'm worried.
Oh no,
about-
you're not allowed. You're cutting skin off of you're skinning a cat. So that's your action.
And we all
during
know
that
there are
rest.
lots of different techniques that I can learn for skinning. There's
Exactly,
some-
but none of them include simultaneously keeping watch.
Oh, yeah, I'm a warlock, so I get him on a short rest.
Oh, okay, sorry. So this rest is happening while I'm.
It's
yeah,
happening to everyone that isn't you. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'm definitely aware that there's another displacer beast out there and that it's probably stalking us still because it just can't help itself.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and I think Cyrillus mentions that. So you're all sitting around, resting and, whatever. And he mentions at some point, he says, that thing we drove off, it's going to be frightened of us, but it's going to be following us. And as soon as night falls, and he kind of puts his hands up like,
Yeah.
or if someone falls
Once it wants to
behind.
eat its friends, it's going to stay hungry. And yes, it will come for us.
And he looks at Anastasia and he says, we'd best keep you close. It's going to see you as the easiest target.
But I'm so...
How far are we from Greenhole?
And he says if we rest the night, leave in the morning, we'll get there by nightfall. If we don't encounter anything on the way.
And if we don't rest?
If we press on through the night, we'll arrive late afternoon and tired.
We can't assume we're going to have a pleasant receival there.
Well, it's either push through the woods and hope that we get a pleasant enough reception to rest in Greenhole, or encounter a displacer beast in the night, from what I'm hearing.
Will we hunt it now and do not give it the chance? It is already wounded. I know we're not at our best, but No?
Yeah, Cyrillus says he looks up at you and he says that's certainly the bold choice. If these creatures act the way I think they do, it'll make its trail easy to follow. Try to lure us into an ambush.
you suspect that there are more of them, or just
The 2 that we killed, and he looks over at the bodies. The one you're skinning right now is the biggest of the 3. Likely a mother, a cub. The smaller one, the same. There might be more cubs, younger, left back at the lair that didn't come out to hunt, or that were hunting elsewhere. Depends on the size of the litter. These things, it's hard to say.
could you track it?
Absolutely.
Well, what do we think?
Better to not have it on our
mm.
trail?
I
I would
just
agree.
think if we follow anything into the woods, we're just going to walk across more things that we don't necessarily have to, deal with. It would be better just to make a camp and rest and be wary. Maybe it's gone, licking its wounds, you know?
I'm unfamiliar with these creatures. Do you think that's likely, Lane?
So Lane shrugs and says, I would defer to our ranging companion here.
He said that he hasn't seen these guys.
Then I
Yeah, he says he's never seen one in real life.
Hang on, let me see if I have anything here. Flipping through pages. Can I roll like a nature check or something?
Yeah, what are you trying to figure out?
I just want to know if it's likely for this soul displacer beast, the single one, to attack us during the night.
Is that displacer beast behavior in recorded displacer beast history?
Exactly.
Yeah, sure. Make a nature
Still
check.
really tricky to work out.
10.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the best you can guess is like you guess based on like cougars or panthers or whatever. Like it depends on how big its territory is, right? If you just like get off your butt and hustle the fuck out of here, it will probably eventually give up, but it might also stalk you for days, right? It depends on how hungry it is and how far it considers its hunting grounds to be.
Okay, so according to the most similar thing that I can find, even if we leave, it might follow us. But that doesn't mean that it hasn't necessarily gone to somewhere where it's secure now or safer. So,
It was wounded. If we trail after it now, we have a better chance of killing it. Don't let it lick its wounds. Right?
I'd agree.
but it takes us off the trail is what I'm...
And we have more rations than we did before. I point to the guy's like bag full of stuff. It's going to be fine.
I kind of just like fold my arms like, I don't like those tentacle cats.
Well, that's two of us four, one against Gravars. How do you think we should proceed?
Are we in a great rush to get to the elves?
I mean, the longer we wait, the longer Grangle is, doing whatever he wants, and Jenny Greentooth has us in this stupid forest forever.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Ceralis nods and says, "The longer we're in the forest, the more dangerous this becomes, and not just from things like displacer beasts. Jenny and the forest have been toying with us so far. I don't want to be here long enough to make them mad."
Yes, well, if we rush headlong, we have other dangers. Maybe, though, the best thing to do is press on through the night, rest during the day, and make our way to the elves.
Yes, very good. Let's do that.
Okay.
So it's 2 and 2. Ceralis?
I think what Gravars says is true. We'll just have to...
Fine.
So what did we land on as the plan here?
We're just gonna travel through the night, not rest, and hope to get to Green.
We're gonna. I think we're sleeping during the day though. Like we're moving away from here, but we need to take a long rest before we hit Greenhold.
I'm thinking long rest before we talk to the elves,
Yeah.
so that we offset the fact that we'll be all tired out from pressing.
But we'll also be really close to their city and like trying to camp like undetected, like really close to their city. Like,
I mean, we're trading one danger for the other.
I don't
right?
know. Every plan has.
we have no idea how they're gonna receive us.
Yeah.
I don't know if resting right outside their gates is a good plan either. That could just lead to capture or something. Ambush.
This is all very interesting.
You want to
Maybe
kill by
we
the
could
woods then.
just rest here, then.
Yeah, I mean it's a good question. So what are your options, right? Your options are right this second, like you've taken the short rest. Your options are press on.
Mm-hmm. Press on towards Greenhall. Press on towards the one remaining displacer beast, wherever it may be, or
yeah, track the beast to its lair. Press on to Greenhall, or
like. Well, then there's the choice if we press on to Greenhall whether we try and rest before we get there, like we're and hope that they don't just like surround us with 10 archers with shots to our head, or like if we try and go there and talk to them before we rest and get like some kind of accommodations. Or like, I just feel like if we just go up to the city, like basically just a little bit outside it and be like, okay, let's just camp here, we're going to end up with 10 elves surrounding us. That's
They
just
were like,
my
hey, what's
opinion.
up? And we hang out with them. It was cool.
We're going to have to try and convince the elves either way. I don't see us not ever being in a disadvantageous position with them. They have an entire town here.
That's true.
I think we just have to chance it. Leaving the territory of this beast and leaving as much or as little time within the forest as possible makes sense now that my companions have given that as an option to me.
Yes, that's.
I don't like any of this, but such is the life that we've chosen.
All right.
Okay, so what's the
We're
plan?
gonna press on and I guess do a long rest, and when it's daytime
A
outside.
little further away, yeah.
Okay, so traveling through the night.
Mm.
Sure.
Okay, all right. Let me just check something here. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So you begin to press on, and everybody who spent, you've already got your hit points sorted out. You got that worked out already. Okay. Perfect. I just want to make sure you are ready. Okay. All right. So you head out in the night. It is very dark, and I think after, I don't know, like a half an hour or so, maybe a little longer, less than an hour, certainly. I need to get everybody's passive perception, please.
Mine's 14.
Okay.
15.
14, 15.
11,
Okay.
I think.
9.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you're traveling through the woods. I'm gonna move you over to another wooded map, and I need you to just put yourselves in. Assume you're traveling from the north to the south, somewhere in the sort of center of the map. Yeah, you're just kind of like in anywhere in this vicinity. Go ahead and place where you are. I'm gonna pop over to the map here. So where you would be traveling. Go ahead and put yourselves in there somewhere.
I mean, isn't Saralus the one like
which direction
leading
are we?
us? I think we're going from
Doing from north to south,
north
from
to
top to
south.
bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to stand next to the really cute drow. Okay.
Hey, Adam.
Yes.
What does Saralus look like again?
Did you show us the token, maybe?
So, yeah, he looks a little like this.
Oh,
Here he
shit.
comes. Anytime. Come on.
This
There he
cute
is.
Is this the one, Blue Jay?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that one. No, I'm standing next to myself. What other cute drows are there?
It looks a little something like this. Okay, I need everybody to make, everyone who isn't Lane and Gravaris, I need you to make wisdom or perception checks, please.
Wait, what? Lane's was.
It doesn't matter. Lane doesn't have to make this check. Lane never makes
Oh, he's
this
alert,
check.
right?
Yeah, perception.
My eagle eyes are wide.
Okay. So everybody will get to roll initiative then.
Oh,
when
good.
the displacer beast leaps out of the woods to attack you. So it
Oh,
stalks
sorry.
you. It stalks you for a little while, and then decides now is the time. But rather than play out the entire displacer beast fight, let's roll initiative, and then here, hold on, I gotta clear the thing.
Wait, that was me. I just did that. I got a
know,
20.
I
was
know
gonna
you did
be
it before I was
okay.
ready. So we'll roll initiative, and then we'll start the next one with displacer beast fight as it bursts out of the woods. So go ahead and
I
roll.
don't need a 20. That's fine.
No, I can update. I saw you.
No,
roll.
it's fine. It's 18.
Just go back to 20.
So you got a
Make
20,
mine 9
Gravaris.
that I rolled instead of this 5.
Yeah, Gravaris, you got a 9.
I went
It's just the
from
first
9
one.
to 5, Adam.
Good. Something about a living.
Yeah.
Let me. There we
Okay, great. Good job, Displacer Beast.
go. Okay.
Jump on us, poor fools.
So the Displacer Beast has been stalking you, and I guess actually it'll attack from behind because it's coming after, like I said, coming after the little one. It was hoping that you would get separated from the herd. But...
Why is Oleander at the front now?
Because I put myself next to Ceralis, obviously. I said that's where I wanted to be.
Because the reason for that is because Ceralis, it's hard to tell. Let me just turn on an effect for you. He's got an aura. He's got a charm aura, and his aura of charmingness extends this far.
Can't see it.
I don't
I
see
can't
it.
see it.
No
Okay,
aura.
the joke wasn't for you.
No aura of
Yeah, you
charming.
want it? That was the joke. There's
Oh, why am I in this purple haze, Adam?
Purple haze.
Yeah, I just had that on invisible so it didn't distract you. All right, so I think that's the last thing we see in the scene is that all of you are creeping through the darkness, and then we see the yellow eyes of the Displacer Beast through the bushes as it snarls and leaps out of the bush. Let's figure out. So, Oleander, what's your base initiative bonus?
3.
Okay, so you'll go before. I'm gonna bump you to 21.
Yes.
All right. No one is
Fuck up
surprised.
that cat.
Oleander, you'll be the first to be able to fire a shot, and
Gonna
then it'll
fuck 'em
be
up.
Displacer Beast Part 2, and we'll do that. We'll do that on our next episode.
Oh, it's so cute.
Cool. Good. I love Displacer Beasts. I love them. They're probably my favorite D&D monster. Cool.
Stupid calamari.
How
cat.
much do you love them? Did you get one
So
tattooed on your body?
I did, but I got that tattoo more because I love Dave Trampier than I love Displacer Beasts.
I was just making a point.
Yeah.
Another Dave who's
Excellent Dave.
love.
Yeah. Dave Trampier is he's not my favorite Dave though. He's not even like my third favorite Dave.
Not even like your third favorite Dave.
My favorite Dave is obviously Dave from 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's not
I'm
true.
afraid I can't do that.
No, I
It's that Dave, and then the Dave from Final Fantasy 15. No, I don't like that Dave at all. I love many Daves. I have room in my heart for so many Daves.
So many.
All right, well let's wrap this shit up. Let's take this shit show and go home because I got to prep for Apocalypse World.
I am at home.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not.
shit.
This is a really elaborate green screen that you see me walk.
You know,
through.
I've
I know.
always wanted to take the green screen down, take a picture of the room, put the green
Yeah.
screen back
Yeah.
up, and then drop in the
Do
background.
it. You should totally do that.
But that's a lot of work.
Instead of the faux bookshelf background you have for office hours
no
now.
way, my fake bookshelf is the best. All right, well,
I mean, I live in a dungeon 100% of the time. I'm using this green screen.
why don't we start with my favorite Dave, and Andrew.
My favorite Dave is Andrew.
Dave, why don't you say your farewells, Dave?
Okay. Yeah. Thanks everybody for coming and watching and stuff. That's good. So thanks again for that. Sorry, words are hard today. I normally have at least 2 people before me to ready myself, and then I ramble on anyway. Like I'm just doing it anyway. Okay. You've underscored the _human on Twitter. I'm twitch.tv/Aurath, AEWRITH on Twitch. I actually don't do anything except these shows until I start streaming this Saturday at probably either 5 or 7 p.m. GMT. So get
And Dave's gone.
there for that. If not, don't bother. Maybe you should. Wait, did I lag out again?
You're good now.
It was great.
Okay.
Good work.
But maybe if you don't like watching Dave, you should check out the next person.
The next person.
If they don't like watching you, Dave, they won't like watching me. I'm Andrew. I'm Acme Pro on Twitter. I'm twitch.tv/actualfactual. I do a bunch of these story game shows, including tonight. a show that I will not etc., which is Apocalypse World on Misclicks. And then we have Apocalypse World tomorrow on this channel. And then on Monday nights, I do Blades in the Dark with Elf. And this Friday, so tomorrow, after our Apocalypse World show, I am going to stream some development time on my Magical Girl anime role-playing game. It's kind of in the like afternoon, early evening, probably at like
'Hell yeah.
4 o'clock Pacific.
Excellent. All right, Elf, why don't you go next?
Hello, everyone. I'm Distracted Elf. I play Kobold on this show, and a crazy knife-wielding psychopath on the next one. I think there were far too many tentacles today. It was a little uncomfortable.
And none of them
That's-
yours.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even Arms of Hadar once. But yes, you can find me at twitch.tv/distractedelf and on Twitter at distractedelf. And if you like kobolds, I have an emote that is a kobold, so you should subscribe to me so that you can spam it in chat when I play a kobold.
It's a very useful emote.
It's a very particular emote.
I want to do that. I want to do that thing. Oh, there we go.
Awesome.
See, like that.
Cool. Blue Jay, take it home.
I'm Blue Jay. There, I did it.
Okay, good. All right. And I'm Blue Jay. Good stuff.
We're
All right.
home.
Good. Cool. So I expect better from you tomorrow. Practice. Think about what you're gonna say tomorrow. Get a better one. Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming, everybody. It's fun playing games with you, my friends. So let's do it again tomorrow. I'm gonna be here now. I'll take 5 to switch overlays and put up a timer, and then we'll do prep for tomorrow's episode of Apocalypse World. So if you want to see that, don't go anywhere. Otherwise, we'll see you next week right here for more Roll20 Presents D&D Adventurers League. Thanks for coming. See you next time, nerds.